Okay, so a couple viewers want my opinion on the latest Trump indictment. There's definitely more coming, but there's one that we know about him. He's supposed to turn himself in next Tuesday. So the ball is rolling on that. And, I'm really trying to gauge my feelings right now. And it's just like, I feel like the air has just gone out of the situation for me personally, like wanting some sort of like retribution or anything like that. And don't get me wrong, I despise Trump and I despise Trumpism. It's the closest thing to fascism we've ever seen. The thing is here, I really wanted this 5 years ago. I really wanted in 2018, when we found out that Trump was the unnamed, unindicted co-conspirator to the campaign finance violations, the hush money payments that his lawyer went to prison for. I said, we got him. We know who it is. But Attorney General Bob Barr had an ace up his sleeve. Somewhere at the State Department, it says, you cannot indict a sitting president. Oh, that was a bummer. I remember that being a really big bummer. And mind you, that Bob Mueller, with the Mueller report, said under oath, there is nothing stopping this indictment from continuing once the president has fulfilled his term. Hence, what is happening right now. It's just a continuation of what should have happened in 2018. It is a slam dunk case. His lawyer already went to prison for what he's going to turn himself in for next week. It is a slam dunk. It's a 99% slam dunk, in my view. Will he get off light? Who knows? House arrest, something, I don't know. I really don't know. But it's a slam dunk case. Once again, his lawyer already did time for what he's turning himself in for. I don't know how that's made any clearer than that. But I just don't care much about Trump anymore. I really don't. He's someone who's overstayed his welcome. Most of us are just so exhausted because for 5 to 7 years, it's been this whiny, screaming toddler that never gets corrected or gets told no and just has a tantrum that can't be remedied. And after a while, you start to tune that out. You ever been around a kid with a tantrum? They start out with a grievance, and then it escalates, and then it just becomes incessant yelling and complaining, and it's just like, you just tune out. You let them have their fit. There's nothing you can do but just sit back and let them have their fit. And that's what it's been like for this guy. This absolute piece of shit who's never been told no his whole life. And he's a victim, guys. A multi-billionaire complaining that they are a victim of this political or economic system and getting millions of people to go along with it has to be one of the biggest swindles in my lifetime. I've never seen so many people duped at the same time under some crazy like cultist hypnosis or whatever. But actually, people are just uneducated in this country. That's just a fact. To not read through this guy from the beginning amazes me. Like, I knew the grifter right away. I knew the charlatan right away. It was right then and there in 2015. We all knew. It wasn't just partisan hackery. We knew. We knew this guy didn't care about rules, regulations, laws, ethics, anything. He didn't make that a mystery, guys. You just ignored it. My God. But there is no way that a multi-billionaire is a victim in literally any way. I refuse to accept any premise that a multi-billionaire is a victim. It's not even possible, guys. If he is a victim, though, he is a victim of his own doing. And that's why the law is here for him now, to vet him on his crimes or would-be crimes. I'm just done with it. I'm so done. I'm so just done with this guy. Like, and I know a lot of conservatives, they don't want to say it, but I can tell. I know a lot of conservatives. I know a lot of Trump supporters. And even when I talk to them, they don't want to admit it because that would admit some sort of defeat if they say they're sick of Trump. And then I would win or something because I don't like Trump. So I understand the dynamic in play. But they're even just like, yeah, change the subject. This guy's pretty taxing and toxic and, yeah, not good for the country. What's for dinner? Just won't admit it. They can't admit it. They can't admit it. But man, I'm not as elated. Like I don't think there is victory here. But like I said, I wanted this a long time ago. So it's been 5 years and I don't have that fire burning like I did 5 years ago. It's just like, oh, finally, okay. We've been waiting 5 years for something that obviously should have happened 5 years ago. And that fire is just dwindled and we're all moving on, as we should. We should move on as a country and put Trump in the rearview mirror and say, never again. Let's never go there. Let's fix what needs to be fixed. Let's build class consciousness with the MAGA base and line up with them on their economic needs. Let's try to build something new and stick a fork in Trump and just be done with them and move on. That's obviously idealistic. Will that happen? No. The political forecast is for pretty stormy weather in more ways than one. The GOP is slipped off the edge. Like they're in complete regression. Just Christo-fascism emanating from the Supreme Court. You have Ron DeSantis coming in behind Trump at some point, who is a flat-out, unapologetic fascist. I throw that word around a lot with Trump and Trumpism, but Ron DeSantis is literally banning books in Florida as governor. He is literally banning words, creating legislation where people cannot say words in school, certain words that he doesn't like. You have this person with an authoritarian fascist mindset who is big on trying to get things done. Trump has always been stunted by his ego and his pathological narcissism and wanting to be front and center in the media spotlight. He really couldn't get a lot done on that frontier like someone who Ron DeSantis is and could be, who's the anti-Trump with that. He likes being out of the spotlight as much as possible. He's a very reserved and focused person. So we have this as the future of the GOP. The future of the GOP is Trumpism. It'll be in another form. In DeSantis or someone like him will pick up that mantle and make it even more dangerous and try to bring that state level banning books, banning speech, bring that to the federal level. So we're in for some pretty dark times if that guy or someone like him gets in the future. But I guess we can all just celebrate a little bit that, there is some justice coming for somebody who obviously deserves it. I mean, it's just long overdue, and I'm just done with it. Kind of checked out. So let me know your thoughts in the comments, man.